Okay, welcome everyone to my fourth video of the two-digit lottery system. Um, in previous videos I've reviewed the two-digit lottery system's design basics and some of the theory behind it. And in this video I'm going to explain how I use it to maximize my winnings in the pick 3. Okay, so uh, let's go ahead and enlarge this here. Okay, in my system basically predicts pairs after all the algorithms have been applied and the certain conditions evaluated. It all boils down to this set of um, pairs here, shown in the blue here, and these pairs combine with um, all 10 other single digits from 0 to 9, and that generates combos that each player in my little system predicts and places into a wager block for you to play each day. And I've given each of the sets of numbers a name: best play table, final play table, and easy play. So you'll see those represented throughout my videos. You may not have known what that is. It's just arbitrary, but eventually it became, key to the whole thing. But so you can see that those pairs have generated these combos for the best play table. Obviously, the pair was 74, 42, 37, and add each of the other numbers, other single digits to get the full combo. And then later on, you may change the order of those digits. The system changes it, based on how far, or how long ago that certain combination might have hit straight that way. So, like I said, these pairs create those combos, and those combos are placed into 3 sets of 90 numbers that you can choose from, or the system chooses it if you allow it, but you can go to the site each day and see the whole set, and then choose yourself if you like. What we're at currently Sunday, April 16th, because we're going back to grade the system to see if it would have predicted often enough for me to count, to trust it. This would be the best play table. So there's 9 different players from Gandalf's Gifts. There's Lucky Irish, and there's his set. It would have cost you $18.50 to play each of these the way that it's set up. There's a couple wheels in there, a couple boxes, and you can, if you trust, based on what he's ranked for today. He last hit yesterday, last draw, so he usually hits every 9 draws, and then this goes on for each of the players. The bets that you're suggested to play and how much it'll cost. A little bet summary here. Ace of Spades is not too good. Here we have these little roulette runners here. He ranks 3. Now look at his record in the past. Over those 45 draws, he's down $94. And remember that he might have been ahead, a couple hundred, maybe 10 or 20 draws ago. You could have pulled out and not played him every draw. This is if you played him each day, every day. So nobody would do that. But anyhow, over that time, he's won. He's wheeled it 3 times, and he's won on a box twice. So it's not too bad if you would have gone with roulette runners every day, or not every day, but every 11 draws. You take every 11 draws, you might want to play roulette runner. Same thing for crystal ball and dice roller. Look at Dice Roller, 4 wheels, and 2 boxes over that time. He's up 164 if you'd have played him every single draw, no matter what. Uh, but again, you might want to pull out at $164 with him. So each of these players is graded on a daily basis. This happened to be the webmaster's choice that day. Uh, so there's two. Let's go over the webmaster and best guess, because uh, that is what I want this system to boil down and tell me out of all those possible combinations, and there are 90 of them every day, so I wanted it, and that's better than picking one out of 1,000. You'd agree, but I like to I like the system to tell me what is the most likely player to win that day. On this particular day, which was Sunday, April 16th, the system suggested I play Dice Roller, and he would have hit that 796. The draw is actually 679, but we always wheel. Since I get it down to 2 sets of 10, that's 20 numbers. I can probably afford to wheel that every day, or every so many days that the system suggests, like if it's hot or not. On this day, it suggested I play Dice Roller and double down, so it gave me 2 of those possible 9. It picked out of those possible 9 that draw today. It told me to play Dice Roller, which actually hit. And since those 2 I can afford to wheel, so I wheel every one of those. And I would have wheeled that 596 down there, or I'm sorry, right there. 796 was the actual way I would have played it. All right. There's the easy play table. The easy play table. Those are the 2 that we play would be the webmaster and the best guess. Again, did not hit on either of those. Cost 27 to play each. Rather than looking through all 3 of those tables, best, final, and easy, I have consolidated each or all of them onto this one day's betting sheet here. And this is what I used. I look at this right before each draw to figure out what I'm going to play that day. So as you know, there are 9 players in each of these 3 systems: best play, final play, and easy play. All right, and that accounts for about 90 combinations that the system generates each day, or each draw. And from those, this is my master wager sheet that boils down my choices from that list. So now we're down to 60 from 90. This table holds 6 sets of 10 numbers from each of those systems. That's where they come from. And of course, each of those systems uses certain algorithms that I've developed and toyed with. And over a series of draws, I grade these algorithms and give each player a certain ranking, and these are based on general factors like being over the average, or repeats, or they contain digits that haven't come a long time, to give me the best possible sets from that list. Of course, I grade that too. Now, over time, that gives on a daily basis, on a draw basis, I can pick the best possible combination. And so I'm going to show you a little bit about that. Now, there's several ways that I can tell how well each of these systems is doing over a series of draws. Like in this case, 45 draws. So for each of these, best play, final play, and easy play, I can go into the workbooks here and show you each here. So Here's a grader sheet for that. This would be best table. The best table has these in black, are actually hits of one sort or another. Doesn't necessarily mean that the two I picked. Of course, I record each of these, the day's wagers. Here you can see this would be Sunday, April 16th. Here it would be Sunday, April 16th, midday. The first one was for evening draw there, because we're going forward, even though we're back Sunday, April 16th. The one before that, if this one's evening, then we should have a midday before that, and the next, and we do. And it was actually a winner on that day too. Let's go see the winner here. Lucky Irish. Wasn't necessarily the webmaster choice, which was Roulette Runners and Dice Roller. Neither of which won. Crystal Ball actually won that day too. And there's another. Now here's one where I did hit my choice, Dice Roller, for 906 came that day. So, Dice Roller. There's a hit for Dice Roller. Okay. Hit that day and 7 draws before that. So, again, I can tell. I can look at the tracker for that, and I can tell how well it's done over time, which is, this one hasn't done too bad. Here's a span of, looks like 5 draws that it didn't hit, and then it hit for 3 in a row. Did the same thing back here, 3 in a row. And it looks like it's on a current streak of 2 in a row here. This is the current draw. And so that's for the best table. We also have a grade for the final play table. And that looked like this one hit like 4 draws in a row. Pretty good, pretty good. And finally, for our easy play table, this would be our final play table here. And wow, look at that. Look how many times in a row that hit, this particular system hit. And it's missed here 4 in a row. So, but, that just tells you how often that this system can hit for you. If you were just playing the final play table over that time. So all the final plays are graded as well. Let's go to the current 45 and go back here, and we'll see some hits. Let's find one where I did. There we go. In this case, I would have picked Lucky Irish. One of my picks, Webmaster's picks, was Lucky Irish. And Lucky Irish. So I would have wheeled all of these and come out ahead on that. So let's go back to our Master Bettors table. That is what collects these best 2 of each of the systems. So for best play, my picks would have been Dice Roller and Double Down if I chose to go with this particular column on this day. If it has a wheel in it, I'm going to be playing that particular that block, okay? I'm not going to play this. It says stop. I'm not going to play Gandalf's Gifts from Final Play. I am going to play Lucky Irish from Easy Play. That would be my top #1 ranked player from that table. So, and it's based on a lot of things, but here you can tell I can look immediately and see for this set of 10 here, and in particular dice roller, uh, but actually in particular this webmaster's first choice here. This particular block last actually hit 9 draws ago. So, that was part of the reason. It was probably one of the sets I was going to wheel today. Same thing with this block, the Webmaster Choice for Final Play, 9 draws ago. This one was actually 2 draws ago. But maybe another factor went into determining why I actually wanted to wheel that, based on how many times it's come, how frequently it's come. Because here you can tell how frequent they've come in the last 45 draws. So the system sort of tends to favor the one that's occurring the most for a time period. So the same goes here, for this second guess, the number 2 ranking. And overall, the number 2 has this. They're basically tied as far as how often over those 45 draws that either the first or second has come in first, has actually won or hit that day. Okay, my picks for that day, this betting sheet here. You see, I played dice roller that day, came out ahead. If you would have played the whole system, played all of them, all 9 players, you still would have come out ahead. You didn't have to, though, because I told you to play dice roller. On that day, you would have seen this on the website. You would have seen Webmaster's Choice. Would have asked you to play it. Over time, I grade this as well. How well would I have done just playing the suggested wheels? Okay. I mean, on a general basis, if you play following, the exact indications here, you'd have been ahead by 292 over this series of 45 draws. Today, you would have been ahead 169, or this draw. I don't want to say today because there's two draws each day. And one other thing I want to say about the way that I've set up the system to bet the minimum, because I wanted to see over time if I would play, all the choices, if I could have won and been ahead that way. But of course, the goal is to narrow the choices down, and that's what the system does through proprietary algorithms. Okay, but the end result is that it gives me it sets me with 2 choices that day that I can either wheel the entire table, which I do automatically. If that's one of my choices, I'll just wheel each of the choices, the combos, at 50 cents. That's the minimum, and so of course the winnings are the minimum. The 250 would be the maximum on a wheel for that particular set. Of course, my goal is to make money, so I may play that whole table and wheel it 10 times, and so maximize the bet. And that's what I hope any users will do, is to sort of watch the daily picks, and you wait, pick a system and then stick with it. And when it hasn't hit for a few days, maybe 4 or 5 draws, that's might be when you want to begin playing that set. And if you follow my webmaster choices, then you can get it down to playing just a set of 10 numbers. Maybe decide, if I don't want to play the whole set, I'll play individual combos from each of the sets where there's a wheel. So we have played Lucky Irish. Yes, we would have. And if I didn't want to play all 10, I would go and pick out these particular combos from there: 398, 390, 391. Wheeled those maybe for a good deal more than just the basic 50-cent wager on each. All right. And so the moral of the story is that even though you look at these totals here, and yes, if over the last 45 draws you had played uh, just like as is, you'd be ahead of the game by 292. I may personally have chosen just one of these wheels to play and maybe put more money on that particular set, and then therefore my winnings could be whatever you can imagine. But the encouraging thing is that even this number is positive, and it's positive by almost $300. Spending $27 times 6, okay, for each of these. But you're hoping uh, to pick days, where maybe this particular Fargo number is pretty high, uh, well over the average. Um, this particular number tells you the highest that any one of them has been as far as hitting goes. Okay, so 29 would be that's the longest that it's taken for one of these to hit, and for the second ranked number, 46 was the highest. So these are all pretty low right now because it's been hitting pretty well. But this can give you an average of how often any one particular block should hit. And by the way, we've moved ahead in time from the prior segment where we were at 45 draws. So I went ahead and ran the system forward, and during that time, we're now ahead by $323.